No. Takže. No. No. Tohle zeď. Ok. Ze začátku chci říct, že tohle ani nebude úplně let's playko, protože by bylo moc stříhání. Takže takhle to nebudu nazývat let's playkem. I když to v nás určitě let's play bude, ale ten jde mi o to, že si chci jen sám vesela zahrát tuhle hru Sherlock Holmes Procitnutí. Že Sherlock Holmes je zbožný, je to můj idol. A hrál jsem předchozí hry, jiné hry, ty novější hry Sherlocka Holmese. A ty jsou prý mnohem jednodušší. A že tyhle starší hry jsou vražda pro mozek. Tak jsem si řekl, výzva přijata. A důvod, proč tohle natáčíme, vlastně jediný. No, možná někdy se ocitnu v koncích a budu potřebovat poradit. A je to mnohem lepší si nechat poradit od někoho, než si to hledat v návodu. Kde návody nerad používám. Když je jednou použiju, tak je používám neustále. Dost kesu. No, natáčím to taky z toho důvodu, že bych stejně mluvil sám pro sebe a budu prostě jen nahlas přemýšlet. Tak dost kesu. Tak jo. Předvice. Watson.
Go away, you swine! Leave, or I'll make you bleed!
These all came from the swamps. Could be toting contraband.
Holmes! Help me! Do not fight the calling!
Blood!
I beg of you, Holmes! Today! Relieve your blood!
Oh, no. No, it can't be. It can't end like this. Again, this nightmare haunts me. It won't let me forget. How did this all begin?
Kuj. Dobrodružství Sherlocka Holmesa. Procitnutí. Bu. Děkuji. Takový stresy, no. To je Watson. Watsone. Stůjte. Však si mě nevšiml. Jak můžu lagovat, nebo? Co chceš?
Good morning, Holmes. Looks like a typical London day. Fog in the morning, fog in the afternoon. Ha! And here's a surprise. Fog in the evening.
Good morning, Watson.
Can you imagine? I have been at it since 5 a.m. and I scarcely think my list of patients for the day has even been touched. What is more insufferable, I haven't even had a moment with the morning paper. They say the minister will assuredly Holmes, whatever is the matter? You haven't heard a word I have said.
It is the tedium, my dear Watson. Life is ordinary. The papers are lifeless. Any hint of audacity, and dare I say, romance has vanished from the criminal world.
Holmes, it is only temporary. You know perfectly well that sooner or later an exceptional incident will occur in London or thereabout, which cannot rest till the talents of Sherlock Holmes are called into play. Then it will be up to your agile wit to set things right, which should satisfy your constant need for mental gymnastics.
I hope the heavens hear your words, Watson. I hope they do indeed.
I must take my leave, Holmes. I have an appointment with a rather odious man, Captain Stenick. He is apparently in a state, with near tachycardia due to some problem involving his manservant. Why don't you get out for a brisk walk, Holmes? Perhaps buy a newspaper or visit that fellow, Barnes, over on Glentworth Street. You might remember him, the bookseller. He has some new volumes of the particular sort that should occupy your mind for a time.
Ošklivý oblek. Ne, to je hnusný. Já doufám, že se na sebe nebudu mozit. To je citlivý. Dělá mi to špatně. Za prvé. Kvalita vody dá si strašně. Jak proboha, je to nějakých 7 let stará hra. No 5, nevím. Jest taky robot asi. Tak. Zpět. Ještě jsem chtěl mít. Okay. Jo, to je lepší. Ach, tak lepší.
Where are my matches?
Ježiš, jsi rozežranej. Neexistuje jediná hra Sherlocka Holmese, kde by Sherlock neměl zápalky. Teraz to myslím. Nehrál jsem všechno.
The strand! Boy, the strand!
Princezna byla napadena. Ukaž mi to.
Strand! Boy, the strand!
So, my young friend, what is the news?
Nothing of interest for the great detective, sir. Those old stuffed shirts ate up half of London at their big scientific to-do, and some Scandinavia princess is driving the locals wild with curiosity.
A Scandinavian royal is in London? If you and the lads can look sharp and find out more about her visit, there will be some coin for your pockets.
Why no, Mr. Holmes. If there's aught to be found, the irregulars will have it. I'll send the words out to the lads.
It is necessary to keep my informants in...
No?
I have no reason to go there. My respects, Miss Fleming.
Good day, Mr. Holmes.
Good morning, Mr. Holmes. How are you? I have some new novels that should interest you. A nice illustrated volume on fish and a collection of legends on piracy. They must be here somewhere.
Proč se to nevnímá? Krásně ilustrovaný katalog. No tak jdeš to. No dobré, strach, fuj. Moc nepříjemný na oči, moc. Nevím, co s tím mám problém ještě udělat.
The pirate's book. A book about sea fauna. I will take them.
Thank you, and goodbye, Mr. Holmes.
Asi se hodně nudí, že si budeš číst takový zajímavosti. Nedídu, předpokládám. Zkrátka. Teď. A nelaguj. Mám nůž. Proč laguj? Okay.
I have no reason.
To je tvůj pokoj, první stav. No nic. Japal pětičku. Struh mořský. Smuha červená. OK. Úžasný. Já tak nenávidím fraps. Tak. Co mám pro boha dělat? No. Když do svého pokoje ne, ale do mocného pokoje, to je v pohodě. Co mám pro boha dělat? Co po mě chcou? To nejde zvolit, aby neměl v ruce nic, nebo co? Děkuji. Mám vůbec něco, co by na Baker Street měl dělat? No jdu dokud to nezjistím. Jestli někdo mi rozběhnou. OK. Tady asi toho moc nenajdu. Co? Jsem za... Jeden parcha, ten tam furt není. OK. Někdo mu kradne noviny. Ještě jednou se podívám do pokoje a odcházím. něco venku. Nemám co tu dělat. Kam se jedeš tak?
I have.
Okay. Oh.
Holmes! Here!
No, ty jsi zmetek. Co chceš?
Ah, it's good that I found you, Holmes. As I told you this morning, I visited Captain Stenick. Although his symptoms are not serious, the circumstances which caused his palpitations are quite peculiar. Perhaps you can make something of it. Here is Captain Stenick and Sergeant Rufels.
Yeah. Oh, Ups, jsem myslel, že jsi ji nešíval, starý mocno.
Captain, I understand from Watson you are quite upset.
Any man will be the same, and with less provocation. My servant is left in the middle of the night. Damned ungrateful after all I have done for him. To top it off, he knows not one word of English. Finally, if he causes any damage, I will bear the brunt of people's anger and suffer the consequences, as I am the person who brought him to England.
How long was he in your employment, and is he accustomed to vanishing in this manner?
We returned from Australia more than 5 months ago now. But to his credit, he never left this house before now. He is afraid of the city, as are many inhabitants from open spaces.
Could he have stolen something?
Upon my word, no.
How much money does he have on his person?
Frankly speaking, he didn't have any money. I kept his wages for him, and they are in my safe. In any event, what the deuce would he have a need for money?
Who knew that he worked at your home, and had he any contacts here in London?
Anyone who deals with me professionally knows Baopa is my personal servant. As for his contacts, they are limited to the delivery men who bring food or other items to my home. What reason could he have to see anyone other than myself?
Yeah, okay. Tell us the...
Now then, Sergeant, what is it about, and what elements of the crimes you have documented?
Referring to the official report, the following particulars were taken down. A young man responding to the name Bayalco was reported missing by his employer, Mr. Stenick. No one in the surrounding area saw or heard anything relevant to this incident. In truth, we rarely concern ourselves with cases such as this, but the lad speaks not a single word of English, and according to his employer, has considerable strength. Considering the wild customs of his native land, who knows what damage it will cause? You must know, Mr. Holmes, there have been a few similar cases reported recently. The facts are much the same. Immigrants from the poor districts have been reported missing by their families. We expect that some low-class brothel has opened its doors to the local exotics, and Mr. Holmes, you can imagine how word would spread. Mark my words, with his unique looks and speech, you will find this boy in no time. I imagine he'll have nothing worse to show than empty pockets and...
That is a possibility, to be sure. However, I would be most grateful if you could ask your superiors to send me the reports about those similar cases. I rely on you, Ruffles. Watson, continue your search here. I must follow another lead.
Okay, tady budeš ho usunět. Co bych řekl? No.
The lock was not cracked.
Oops.
What a peculiar drawing.
Okay. I don't know. Já dostal vlastně tak.
This appears to contain some measure of opium. I shall analyze it at Baker Street. What a peculiar draw. Footsteps.
Mohli mi to vůbec něco? OK, zjistil jsem, že jsem chvilku nenatáčel. Taky jsem zjistil, že tahle hra je neuvěřitelně náročná na počítač. A s frapsem asi minutové video má 2 giga. Dlouho už natáčet nebudu. Každopádně. V listopadě jsem našel pár informací.
How strange. This appears to be a... I shall have to examine this more thoroughly.
Já věřím, že všechno. Dál jsem našel látku, která byla zde. Kuk. Látka byla zde na hřebíčku a to je asi všechno, to jsem našel. Teďka už předpokládám, že mě sakra necháte jít odsud pryč.
I don't have enough info.
Pojďte mi prdel.
Suit yourself, Mr. Holmes.
Peršlámu.
Have you found...
Tak. Taky jsem zjistil, že hlasí to zase na hovno. Klasika. Tady už nic není? Oh.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is.
Je tam skutečně.
Yes, there.
A co s tím uděláš?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Do prdele, fik, co s tím uděláš? Že bych potřeboval něco pod sebe? Obejít to asi nepřipadá v úvahu. Kaš.
I have no reason to go there.
Co to?
This should prove useful.
Yep.
I have no reason.
Ok, nevadí, mám žebřík, který právě budu používat. Ano.
Fibers. Why are they here? It will be necessary for me to examine this more closely at Baker.
Předpokládám, že vše. Jen tak pro jistotu. Ok. Už můžu jít.
Everything in good time. First I must find...
Ok, jdem za mocně. Každopádně stopy mám všechny.
Come, Watson, we must return to Baker Street.
What do you make of this, Mr. Holmes?
Mr. Stenick, I wish my news were your servant simply left your employment voluntarily for the service of a more honest man. Unfortunately, I don't have that pleasure. In truth, the news is grim indeed. Your servant was seen in the company of 2 men yesterday. One of the 2 is a man of moderate size, very robust, and a mature age. His profession, which will be the key element in our investigation of this affair, will be determined by me within few hours. The other is a young Hindi who is tall and only recently arrived in England. There is a darker side to these events. Your man was not with them by choice. Rather, the evidence shows he was kidnapped. At this moment, the reasons behind this villainous act are unknown, but rest assured, the truth will not elude me for long. Gentlemen, I wish you a good day. Come, Watson, we must hurry. There's a great deal to do and little enough time to spare.
Holmes, I must protest. You did not spare my client, Captain Stenick. This seems unusually harsh.
That may be, Watson, but now what matters more is to know the reasons behind the kidnapping of this young aboriginal yesterday evening in central London, and more importantly, what has become of him. I must concentrate on a small experiment I will run to test my theories. Please go to the poor Lovelorn Barnes and ask him if he has something on the Maori nation and its traditions. Also, if you should happen to see the newsboy outside, find out what he knows, and if it has value, give him a coin. And for God's sake, don't be a miser, Watson.
A miser? You cost me one of my patients, and you question my level of generosity with your informers? Oh, really, Holmes, sometimes you go too far.
OK, za prvé, jak mohl do prdele vědět? Zdá. Ne. Že? To byl int. Nechá tam kůži, je hnědou. Nebo sošku boha Višnu. Nebo co? To nemohl sakra vědět, že je to int. No. OK. Radši nevstupnu. A naberem si hovna.
The meatball ignited but failed to burn completely. There are, without a doubt, mustard seeds present, probably in exotic form. What could be the other component?
Okay.
Nothing. 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 Nothing.
Kuk. Můžu řezat? Můžu šťárat? Můžu šťárat. A zase mi uvěklo něco. Okay. Silka. Poblíž lepy je objevený na Stanleykově zahradě ležela rybí šupina. Nepochybně pochází z Okouna, jenž má v tomto kraji docela vysokou tržní hodnotu. Okay.
Now it can't be used for anything. Let's see if I can obtain a reaction with the help of my chemicals and apparatus. Now it can't. Perhaps if I apply heat?
To je hustý. Myslím, že... to je výletné.
Incredible. I know the strong presence of opium blended with a concentrate of morphine. The remaining elements are a mystery to me. Now it can't be...
Co s tím, proboha? Nefunguje, na nic. Aha, basy, ok. Podle tohoto bys mohl poznat, že je to int.
Nothing. Nothing. Let's see if I can obtain a reaction with the help of my chemicals and apparatus.
Spálíme to?
Now it can't be used. Now it can't be... Now it can't... Now it can't...
Tak, podíváme se na to znovu. Oni.
Coal soot mixed with water, and given the absence of any salt particulates, it must be fresh water.
Můžu. Mám ještě něco? Mám toto.
Very interesting.
Takže?
I should look from the window and see where Watson is.
Jsem venku. Jsem se sem dostal.
There's a good lad. How does it go?
Hello, sir.
My associate, Sherlock Holmes, said you might have information for him about... now, what was it?
The princess, Gov. He was looking for the scuttlebutt on this here princess what be visiting. Exciting goings on. Her bodyguard went missing the first morning after she got here. Nice job to look after a princess's body, innit, sir? They say he went out on the town having a go with the ladies, if you get my meaning. Like as not, he was trapped by some gang of toughs. Otherwise, who'd get the best of him? A proper giant he was by all accounts. Do I get me coins then, sir? Oh, thank you, sir. Obliged, I'm sure.
Vyděráč.
The Strand! The Strand!
Nechci, drž slamu. Co teď? Si nepamatuju, co si po mně chtěl. Do knihovny. OK. Knihovna. Knihovna. Bla bla la 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 la. Drink.
Good morning. Has your sprain improved?
Good morning, Dr. Watson. It is slowly showing improvement. What can I do for you?
Would you happen to have a book on the Maoris?
If I have one available, it would be on that bottom shelf. Although, I'm not sure if I still have that particular book.
Please don't trouble yourself. I will look for it.
Když to dělal ty, nebyl bych proti. Cítím se. Tak jo, mě to tak nepříjemně tolik. Já tě zabiju, chlape, jednou. Bože můj. Knížky, knížky, knížky. Kaž se. Ty svině. Já tu mrchu fakt nemůžu jít.
Did you find what you needed?
Ne. Nenávidím tuhle knihu. Říkal na spodní, že jo? Tohle není polička, tohle je zasranej stůl, ty hnupe.
Good day.
Goodbye, Doctor.
Good day.
Congratulate me, Holmes. I have just come from Barnes, met that street urchin of yours, the newsboy. Then, on my way here, I had the most extraordinary idea.
Not now, Watson. Although I'm sure this bit of news is most significant, it must wait. We are piecing together a singular affair. This abduction story is much more complex than it appears. As I noted before, our next move is to locate the place of employment for one of the villains who abducted the young Maori. What part of London would such a man call home?
Já si počkám.